Hallelujah, hallelujah. Blessed are you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth. You have revealed to little ones the mysteries of the kingdom. The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. At that time, Jesus exclaimed, I give praise to you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, for although you have hidden these things from the wise and the learned, you have revealed them to the childlike. Yes, Father, such has been your gracious will. All things have been handed over to me by my Father. No one knows the Son except the Father, and no one knows the Father except the Son, and anyone to whom the Son wishes to reveal him. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
The mission of God in the world is a mission that comes in innocence, a mission that reveals His kindness and mercy. The mission of God to give us freedom from ourselves. The mission of God to give us joy. The mission of God to set us free from the captivity of the oppressed and the oppressors. The things that defile us, the things that oppress us. So God is more interested in freeing us from those captivities than we are. So God is speaking to Moses, the cries of my people have reached me. People cry. Are you crying to God? Are you so bothered about the world around you that you cry to God, that you lift your voice? Who will save us? Have you ever done that? Have you been so worried and disturbed that you say, you know what, I can't help myself anymore? It's to ask for help. Our world is so prideful. We are so prideful. We don't ask for help. We are so prideful. The people of Israel cried for help. They were being battered here and there. They were being maligned. They were being oppressed. They were being chastised. Burdens were put on them by the Pharaoh. And I tell you what, we know Pharaoh is a physical human person, but today, there are more spiritual entities that are called pharaohs in our world. The pharaohs of materialism, the pharaohs of idolatry, the pharaohs of sexual perversion, the pharaohs of the self, the pharaohs of the ego, the pharaohs that chastise, the pharaoh that comes to destroy. There's so much pharaoh. You know what? God is never undone. Moses was given that name by the enemies of God, the daughter of Pharaoh. So the daughter of Pharaoh named Moses, and named Moses, naming is a power of authority, including him in the family of Pharaohs, isn't it? So God is choosing from the one who has been trained by his own enemy and using against him. God is interested in using anybody. He uses anybody. As he called Moses, so there's this burning bush, but it was not consumed. The burning bush, it looks like the divinity of Christ not consumed by his humanity. It looks like the divinity that was inhabiting the womb of the Blessed Mother, but not consumed by her humanity, because God preserved that woman from the stain of sin. Look at the crucifix. Look at the simplicity of God dying, which has become a scandal to people. To see God die. How is it possible? The humanity of Christ died because God was always there. Was always alive. So was not burnt. The humanity was died, but the divinity of Christ remained. Moses went yonder to look at this sight that looks strange. He left his job of tending the sheep. He left that one because this is something that needs to be investigated, to be looked at a little further. You know, we are attached to the things that we know. We are attached to the normal, in quote. And somehow, I don't know how, COVID just struck me even right now, because we were so much in tune with our own little world and what we were doing, even though whether we were doing the right thing or not. So when COVID struck, we did not see anything to look at COVID, to learn anything from it. So we're not spoken to by God through that experience. Because we were racing to get back to normal, whatever that is. Moses was able to receive the mission of God because he left everything he was doing to check out what's going on. You know, sometimes, many times, most of the time, we do not like to visit with the strange, because the strange scares us. The unusual scares us. It takes us away from our familiar terrain. We do not say hello. Not everybody quickly says hello. I was in Belgium. No disregard to everybody who lives in Belgium, but I was in Belgium for some years, and I found that it was difficult for people to say hello. So I traveled to, on vacation to my friend in England, and I was taking a walk, and somebody, I was like jogging or something, or taking a walk, and someone was coming across, and he said, "Hello." I said, "Oh, really?" I went back, I told my friend, "Someone said hello to me today." Can you imagine? Because from where I come from, informality is the norm. Just informal. So I miss that a lot. You just knock on the door, you're walking by the street, you see Father passing by, you say, "Oh, Father, you are here!" That's all. And they get a roaster there, and they kill it off, and you have dinner already. You were not included, but you are not included. That's all. That's where I come from. Come no nearer. Remove the sandals from your feet, for the place where you stand is holy. Remove the sandal from your feet. The sandal is a sign of dignity of the human person. He said, remove it. Go beneath yourself. Surrender yourself. Go beneath, be humble before me. That's why when we come for Mass, we unburden, we take away everything. David danced before the Ark of the Covenant, and some people were making jest of him. Say, look at him, the whole king, look at how he's embarrassing himself here. And David said, the King of Kings is before me. I'm nobody. I'm just a man. Do you regard yourself just as a man or a woman before God? In the church, many people have been insulted, many people have been slighted, and they stop going to church because they are so big. In the church is the place of truth. If you are scandalized by the truth, then probably you stay home. People change their when they purchase things. One person was not kind to me, and you are too big. You are too big. We take offense of little things. So many little things. Remove your sandals, God instructed him. What is God asking me to remove now? What is God asking me to take away from my life in order to receive the mission, to receive the message, to receive this nation-changing message? Because on his shoulders lie the responsibility of becoming a father to these Israelites and taking them out. What is God asking from me now? What is God asking me to be detached from so that I can receive this awesome message? What is God asking me to concentrate on? And in giving this message, I will be with you. I will be with you. If God is for us, who can be against us? Romans 8:36. Who can be against us? But our problem sometimes is we are not even conscious that God is with us. We are so carried away by the noise. The noise in our society has drowned our innermost being. That we're not conscious that God is with us. He's so close, even in temptation, even in tempest. He's so close, he's closer than the breath in our lungs. And he's ready to do for us what we cannot do for ourselves. Did Jesus tell his apostles, I'm with you always until the end of time? Yes. I'm with you always. He's with the church. He's with you in prayer. He's with you on the street. He's with you at work. He's with you whether retired or not. He's with you every time. He's with you when you have to encounter that new person in your office who doesn't know you, who doesn't know. He's with you in the most cantankerous human beings you can ever meet, the one that can never get along with anybody. He's with you. He's with you when you want to share the message of life with your friend, with somebody who says, oh, I don't know how this will go. He's with you there. Just like he was with St. Catherine. St. Catherine who sought innocence of life. The 17th century was a beautiful one because God gave us one young person, Catherine, who was baptized at 19, was baptized when she was already an adult. And it was difficult to practice her Christian faith amongst the natives. So she would go into the wild and pray silently for many years, even before she was baptized, until the Jesuits arrived. And then she befriended her and then baptized her. But it was so difficult. She was persecuted and all that was happening among the Mohawks people. So the Jesuits suggested to her, they sent her off to Canada, where it's a little bit friendlier for her to be able to practice her faith. She accepted hesitantly, grudgingly, and left. God, who has saved her from the pandemics and the smallpox that killed all the family members, eventually her health was waning and waning. She passed on about 21. But today, her innocence of life is a gift to her because we can understand also the Immaculate Conception. That's what I was saying. That burning bush that was not consumed is the humanity of the Blessed Mother that was never consumed. And we got the beauty of that when Pope Pius, decreed the Immaculate Conception in 1854. And 4 years later, the heavenly queen, the one who was immaculately conceived, appeared to Benedict in Lourdes. What's your name? And she said, I am the Immaculate Immaculate Conception. What the church says is true. The church is truth. The church is founded on the foundation of truth, Jesus Christ. Do not doubt the church. The church that has been built on the solid rock of Peter continue to espouse truth, because the Lord is kind and merciful, and truth is no respecter of generations. And what we think, it may be harsh, but truth frees us. Truth makes us happy. Only the childlike can receive the truth. Humility is necessary for being childlike. Let us be childlike. Let us be trustful. Let us be mindful. Let us knock on the door of God to ask, to seek, and to knock. And in fact, we could cry. The cry of the righteous pierces the sky. The cries of the Israelites pierced the sky, and God heard and sent Moses. We need our own Moses, don't we? We need it in the priests of the church. Because Moses was first and foremost a leader. He became a priest. He became a prophet for the people. And truly, we need our own priests who will be Moses for our time.